The Devil's Smile. I never believed in evil until I saw it. I'm not talking about a spirit floating in the darkness or a shadow creeping along the wall. No, what I saw was something far more terrifying. Something I still can't explain. It was an ordinary afternoon when I found the photo, or at least that's what I thought at first. I was in an old antique shop, one of those places that smells of dust and history. I was looking for something peculiar, something to add to my collection. But what I found was far more than I ever expected. The photo was in an old cardboard box, buried beneath piles of yellow papers. It wasn't a normal photograph. It was in black and white, though something about the image seemed to pulse with a dark energy. It showed a man, or at least that's what it seemed like, but something about his face didn't quite fit. The picture showed a man who appeared completely normal, but his smile, that smile was not human. The expression was cold, calculating, as if he knew something no one else did. It was a smile of someone who had done something terrible, something irreparable. But the most unsettling part was his eyes. His eyes were empty, empty of soul, empty of humanity. A chill ran through me as I stared at that photo. But I bought it anyway. I took it home without thinking much, believing it was just an old image with strange expression. However, everything changed that night. The first time I saw something strange was right after I hung the photo on the wall in my living room. I didn't do it out of superstition. I just thought the image had an interesting quality to it. That night, as I lay in bed, I started hearing whispers. At first, I thought it was the wind or maybe a water leak, but the whispers grew clearer, closer. Something wasn't right. The next morning, I woke up exhausted, with a heavy weight on my chest. The image was still there, but something had changed. The man in the photo no longer had empty eyes. Now, his eyes were staring at me, as if he was aware of my presence. The smile that had once been faint and distant, was now much wider, much more real. In the following days, I began to feel like something was stalking me. I couldn't sleep well. There was always the sense that something was watching me from the shadows. The whispers turned into voices, voices that called my name. Sometimes, I could swear I saw a shadow move out the corner of my eye. But when I looked, there was nothing. I decided to investigate the photo. I searched everywhere, asked experts in old photography, but no one seemed to know anything about the man in the image. No one could identify him. All I found were stories about an ancient legend that spoke of a being known as the Smiler. According to the legends, this being was a man condemned to drag his soul through time, always smiling, always waiting for someone to discover him. And when someone did, that person would be marked, doomed to live under his shadow forever. The nights grew more intense. I couldn't shake the feeling that the man in the photo was watching me, as if his smile was getting closer with each passing day. I would wake in the middle of the night, drenched in cold sweat, hearing whispers in the darkness. And worst of all, I started to feel like I was smiling involuntarily. The sensation was terrifying, as if some outside force was controlling my face, forcing me to show a twisted grin. One night, as I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw the worst of it. I saw my face distorted by a wide, unbearable smile, just like the man in the photo. My eyes were empty, and all I could hear were the whispers calling my name, telling me there was no turning back, that I was marked now, that the smile would never go away. I tried to destroy the photo. I burned it, tore it up, buried it, but it always came back intact with that horrendous smile watching me. And the worst part is, now that I'm telling you this, I know you won't believe me. That's what happens when you face something like this. No one believes until it happens to them. And believe me, sooner or later, you'll see that smile. It's already waiting for you. Because the worst part is that I know what's coming. I've seen it in my dreams, in those midnight whispers. The smile widens ever more until it becomes an abyss. And when you finally fall into that abyss, the being of the devil's smile will claim your soul, and all that's left will be a smile. A smile that no one can remove, one that will never disappear. And the worst part is that you're already marked. There's only one more step. Soon, you'll see that smile in the mirror,